That January 12th is Vision Board Day. That's this Saturday. And so most people who do vision boards do life vision boards. They do a vision board about, all the areas of their life. And the exercise of doing a vision board is to get it out of your head and on paper so that you can actually see a representation of it so that you are more likely to achieve it. The ideology behind vision board is that we as humans are the only creature in the world who have the ability to influence or set the pace of their future by defining in their mind what they want. So if you want a goal, all you have to do is visualize the goal, and you can then begin to set the motion what it's going to take for you to achieve the goal. And so a vision board is a powerful way for you to set in motion the realization of whatever it is that you want. So travel is a great thing that people want, right? Most people, when you ask them what are their dreams, include some sort of travel. So as travel agents and travel professionals, it is incumbent upon us to host vision board parties for our customers so that they can start to visualize all of the different places that they could go to achieve their vacation goals or their bucket list goals or their particular destination goals, right? And for you as a travel agent, if you specialize in a particular destination, then you get the opportunity to speak truth into them about how this really can be a reality. And so let's talk about how best to do that. All right. So hopefully that makes sense. And you guys are jazzed about an actual national day that you get to celebrate for your business. I love that. I love the fact that there's 3 days in January, all that travel agents and the travel profession can take advantage of for marketing opportunities. So that's like a no-brainer. Like in January this year and next year, you don't even have to think about your marketing ideas. All you have to do is just schedule them and plan them and start building marketing campaigns around getting people invited to them, right? Isn't that exciting? All right, so I think a great idea for you to do either a physical event, right, or a virtual event. And so what do I mean by a virtual event? Where you would be hosting a live, like I'm doing here. You would create the event in Facebook, in any forum that you choose. Facebook is my choice, my forum of choice, but you would create the event on your page. You would create an email series around that and invite people to that. That's what a virtual event. Or you actually have a physical located event, right? So you rent out a space somewhere, or your local library, my local library, you can actually get that space for free. So you schedule the space and you pick a date and a time, and then you do a marketing campaign to invite people, right? So it's either a physical or a virtual event that you will do. All right, so step one in your vision board party, travel themed, obviously is to plan your party, right? What does that mean? Well, what is it that you want to do? We want to determine in this planning step, do you want to have a live event or do you want to have a virtual event? And let me tell you, if you have a virtual event, obviously more people can join and more time that you can have to have people there. But I love live events because you get to touch the people, you get to see the people, you get to interact with people. And I think as we are online entrepreneurs, it becomes easy for us to forget that we are actually working with human beings that are bodies, right? So having a live event, I think, would be a great local thing for you to do. In this first step, what you are doing is planning, are you going to do it? Then, how are you going to deliver it? Are you going to deliver it live, or are you going to deliver it virtually? Now, if you've never delivered a virtual event, I don't want you to be scared because it's super easy. It's not going going to be any different than you doing. It actually, to me, is easier because, right, you could be dressed up really nice in the top part, and the bottom part, you could be in your pajamas. So you could actually host I'm not in my pajamas in the bottom, but you could actually host an event and be in your pajamas doing the event. Maybe you could do a pajama themed party, right? It doesn't matter. Have fun with this. Hopefully that's what you're getting out of this message, is that this is an opportunity for you to create an event for your travel business that is really fun and gets people jazzed up. So I want you to also have fun with it as well. So step one, plan the party. And what you want to do is determine if it's live or if it's going to be virtual. Second part of that planning step is determining what the theme of the event is going to be around. Are you going to do destination? Are you going to do type of travel, right? Maybe destination. Let's say you specialize in Jamaica. Maybe it's going to be a Jamaica themed party, right? Virtual vision board party. And what you'll do is when we talk about the future steps, you'll be providing some information about different types of destinations in Jamaica that a person could go, give some history about that, and then tell them about that, right? So you could do like a tour of Jamaica as a part of that, and you would give them some information that they could go to so they could cut out and create the pace of those different areas of Jamaica based on the interest, right? So you want to decide your theme as a part of the planning, right? Is it destination? Is it bucket list specific, right? So all of the places that they want to go to in their lifetime, maybe all in a particular year, that would be something that you could do around a theme. Tip that I want you to remember as a part of the step one is that you want to make sure that you have gotten with your key travel suppliers as a part of this and determine if you can get some brochures, printed brochures, because what you could do is have those printed brochures sent out to your customers who are going to attend, particularly if you're doing a live event. You could send out have them available as a part of the live event, and you're going to want people to cut them up, right? Cut them up and paste them. And when we talk about supplies, have them available, right? So talk to your suppliers. If you are Jamaica, you want to talk to your Jamaica specialist, right? If you are doing cruises and they're going to the Caribbean, you want to have your supplier as a part of this process and ask if you can get brochures. Most of the suppliers that are out there have collateral. And what I mean by that is they have marketing collateral. They have marketing images of all the destinations that they represent. Like I was looking at Royal Caribbean, I think it was at Royal Caribbean or Norwegian's marketing collateral. They have an entire site dedicated to pictures, right, that you can use in your marketing. So it's not like you've got to go swipe pictures off the internet. You can actually, they have a site where you can download those pictures. You could create, if you're doing a virtual event, you could create a zip file of pictures for all of the different destinations that you have and send them to your customers as part of the prep for the vision board party. All right, hopefully that is making sense to you guys and the creative juices are flowing there, and you are understanding how you can really put the information together. But key is talk to your suppliers, let them know what you're doing, and find out what type of travel related material you can provide to the attendees of your vision board party. All right, so part of the step two is that you want to make sure that they've got images, that they've got magazines, they've got brochures, they've got whatever the theme of your party is going to be about, that you've got plenty of material to give to them as a part of the vision board party. Okay. Step two, set a date. Simple, right? Set a date. Just make it happen, right? I don't want you to think too much about this. You don't need, weeks and months to plan for this. Set a date, make it happen. Because the minute you put it on paper, then you know that you've got to put all the things in place to make this happen, right? So set a date. Make that. I will recommend, if you are doing a virtual party, Evening times are the best participation times for you to get the most amount of participation. So if you do evening times, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays are the best times. Mondays are horrible times for people because obviously it's the beginning of the week. Saturday mornings are also another good time for you to do a virtual event, webinar type of thing so that you can get the maximum amount of participation that you can get. So I would set a date, make it for the evening time. You know, something like this, since it's going to be an interactive talking type of thing, I would plan for at least 90 minutes 90 minutes to 2 hours, because it's going to be a lot of downtime, cutting, showing, talking through this. So it's not a training class like what I do. So I try to keep my classes, you know, pretty short and sweet, but you know, this is an interactive type of event. So you want to plan for about 90 to 2 hours, 90 minutes to 120 minutes of time when you plan for this. So set a date and a time. Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursdays are best times if you're doing a virtual event. Saturday mornings are also great times to get maximum participation just because of people's schedules or what have you. So number 3 step that you want to do in setting your setting this up is that you want to develop a marketing and a communication plan. Ultimately an invitation. And so what does that mean? If you are new to marketing and your number one job is marketing and you have no idea what that means, let's talk a little bit about what that means. So from a marketing perspective is if you are in this business, you know, I just told you, right? If you are new to me, I just told you your number one job is marketing. So that means that you should be consistently and constantly building your email list, right? You should be building up a list of people who are interested in your business. You've targeted them, you have, you know, extended out some sort of stranger offer to them, and they have gotten on your list. If you don't know what a stranger offer is, my recommendation is I'll post a link to a previous video that I've done that really sort of explains the differences of the different stages that your customers are on. But strangers don't know you, and you need to extend them an information piece so that they can get on your list. You need to be building your list every day, all the time, as much as you possibly can, right? And so this is who you would market to, is your email list. You could also, if you are going to do, let's say you decide to do this in the next 6 weeks, and this is not something you're going to do in January, but you're going to maybe host a live vision party in February, you know, as part of Love Yourself, and let's do a vision party, right? You know, I mean, there's all sorts of things I can think of in terms of doing it around the month of February. Whatever the time frame is and you're going to market, what you want to do is, if you want to attract strangers to your event, then you know, a free type of event like this would be a great idea for you to attract people. Now, I will tell you, strangers are scarce with their money, and strangers are scarce with their time. So if I don't know you, it's not likely that I'm going to want to dedicate a 2-hour block of time with a stranger, right? That's just not the way consumer behavior is. They don't know you, they don't like you, and they don't trust you. So dedicating 2 hours of their life to do something that they may want to do still is not likely. So this is why a vision board party is great for people that are familiar with you or are getting to know you, so that they'll want to invest this type of time with you. So if you don't have an email list, my recommendation would be that let's talk about how you can create an email list, right? You need to have some sort of offer. Maybe it's a download on you know, why planning your vacations are so important. You know, I'm actually doing a training on Saturday on this very topic, and I'm giving material as a part of the attendees of that training so that you can solicit people to actually participating planning sessions with you. So that would be a great stranger offer, right? Having a guide that talks about Jamaica, and if you've never traveled Jamaica, you know, the top 10 reasons why Jamaica is the shiznit, right? That would be a good stranger offer to have. Then, you know, people who download that are interested in your destination, and when you invite them to your vision board party, that would be a natural next step for them to go before they potentially buy a Jamaica package, right, with you, right? So hopefully this is all making sense to you guys. Give me some love. You know how I love that. Yes, absolutely, Z. This will be recorded. The revolution is being recorded. So, if marketing is all about where are the people in the relationship with you, a vision party is a great marketing event for people who are familiar with you and know you and are familiar with your brand, right? And it's also a great way for them to get introduced to you with working with you so that they know that you can take care of their needs based on what it is that they want to accomplish in their travel year, right? So again, the relationship is not just one package. Your goal is to get them to consistently book with you repeatedly, right? Not just this one vacation or this one business trip, but that you are the go-to person for them for every time they want to travel, right? Every time they want to plan a vacation, every time they want to do a group trip, every time they want to do a reunion, when they have a honeymoon or an anniversary, whatever it is, you want to make sure that you become their go-to person time and time again. So that's really about building a relationship, not just doing a one-time service for them. All right, so the next step we are on. So really, again, I just want to harp a little bit on number 3, which is about developing the marketing plan. If you don't have an email list, what I really want you to be thinking about is what can you build that can get people onto your email list, right? Can you create something, a piece of collateral, either, a video, a blog post, a guide, a cheat sheet, anything that people will want to exchange their email address for this piece of information. Again, you are not trying to sell to them, strangers at this point. You're just trying to start a relationship. Okay, so once you build that email list, your marketing plan for your vision board would be to extend an invitation out to people who are already on your email list. Maybe it is not only your email list, you're doing a social media post on your personal page if you have a really good following there. Now, if you are new to Facebook advertising and you know about business pages and you've got your business page set up, then you will know that Facebook doesn't do anything for free, right? You can post on your business page, but Facebook is designed organically to give you about 8% visibility on your business page without paying for it. So if you post on your business page and let's say you have 100 followers on your business page, Facebook is going to only deliver to about 8% or 7 to 8 people, possibly 10 people will see your post. Now, I will tell you, if you do a video about your vision board party, and that is a part of your marketing plan, Facebook will deliver video to more people organically for unpaid traffic than they will just text and images. So that's an idea. So if you want to do a video, they will deliver it to more. I don't know what the percentages are on video, but they do deliver video on your business page for free at greater numbers than they do written material. Now, once you do that, let's say you have 100 people on your business page or whatever number of people on your business page, and you do a video, you'd want to boost that video to your audience so that you can get more eyes on the video or the post so that they can then realize it's there and then take advantage of this. So your communication plan needs to be, how are you going to attract strangers? And then how are you going to get your existing community of people in attendance to your event, right? Obviously on your personal page, Facebook will deliver that content to your personal page at greater numbers than they will your business page. But be very careful about that because Facebook at the end of last year did start limiting the content delivery even on the personal page as to what's being delivered. So you want to be really careful about that piece. All right, so that is number 3, marketing plan. So hold on a second, I'm gonna have to cut this out of the video. Develop a marketing and a communication plan. Make sure that you've got a plan in place, not one time. So I always tell people, people will tell me, oh, well, I did one post and I didn't get any response, or I sent out one email and no one responded to me and nobody joined my event. Emails, posts, 7 touches. I want you to think of the magic 7. It takes 7 times for people to see you when you have a message to say, right? To know you, to even see that you exist, right? People are very busy. Social media posts, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, they all have a shelf life, right? So you may just have been missed in the feed. So your marketing needs to have multiple touch points in there, multiple different ways that you touch people, right? So if you're doing a social post, you should plan for, let's say you're going to do a vision party in 2 weeks, right? You should plan for probably 5 posts at different times over that 2-week period, 5 to 10 posts over that 2-week period, so that people don't miss it, right? You should do emails. You should do 3 to 5 emails in a sequence, so that people get it and it doesn't get missed, right? You should do 3 to 5 videos about the topic, right? So it's not one time and hit it. It's multiple times, right? You got to hit people multiple times with the message and the invitation. It's not just a one-time hit. So I really want to stress that when you have an event and you're marketing a particular item, it's not just one time. You want to do it multiple times, and you want to plan that out to make sure that you've got enough visibility on your event so that you get the attendance that you want. All right. So hopefully that makes sense. That's probably one of the biggest mistakes that people make, is that they don't market it enough. They don't sing it enough. They don't say it enough. They think that they're being redundant, and that, I mean, until the time that you get sick of saying it, you probably still haven't said it enough, right? So it needs to be said multiple times that you're having an event. You need to let people know until you're probably sick to death of saying it. Okay. All right, number 4, supplies, right? Well, what kind of supplies do you need to have for a vision board party? So you need to put together your supplies. Well, a vision board party is pretty simple, right? The objective is for people to cut out pictures and to paste it on a board, right? They can do that virtually. They could do it on a PowerPoint. They could actually, have a piece of paper and cut it out. You define how you want people to do their vision board, right? And in so much, you also want to define what supplies that they would need. My recommendation is that you would include the supply list as a part of the welcome email. So once people signed up for your vision board party, right, you would want to have a sign up page that have people sign up so that you can then send them a welcome email. That's also a way for you to make sure that they're on your list. You sign up, you send them an email, and in the email, you tell them the type of supplies that they need to have ready for the vision board party. Scissors, if you want them to cut out stuff, let them know that, as part of the welcome, include maybe your zip file of all the types of images based on the theme that they can use from. Encourage them to bring, if you're doing a live event or if you're doing virtual, that they do some research on, bring their magazines if you're doing a live event, or even if they're doing it in their home. Have them scoop up magazines, maybe point them to some magazines that are around your theme. Whatever it is, be very clear about the types of supplies that they want, right? That you want them to have. Because the worst thing is that somebody comes to your party and they're ill prepared, right? They come and, they think that it's not cutting out pictures, or it's not, what you intended to be, because you did not communicate what the supplies and what they should expect. So inclusive of the supplies, what I would do is make sure that you really kind of architect how you want the party to run, right? And so, that sort of takes the fun out of having a party, right? The party should just kind of flow. But really, this party is an objective-driven party. Your customers may not know that, but I want you to know that this is a marketing event that has a very specific objective, and you need to be getting something specific out of that. And that is twofold. You want to, 1, build your email list out of this marketing event. 2, you want to build relationships with the people that you want to work with, so that they know that you provide the services that you provide. And 3, you ultimately want to get sales from the people who attend this, right? You want them to come to you to book their dreams, right? To book their dream travel. So make sure that you structure the the party such that you're kind of going through that flow, right? So the beginning of the party is about organizing their thoughts, letting them know all about the opportunities. Maybe the middle of the party is, putting it together. And then, the third step is them showing and talking about it, and, them interacting and showing all of it. And then the last thing is maybe you doing a brief call to action, which is you describe how they can either book a 2019 Plan for You service appointment with you so that you can get all of their plans scheduled and their vacations planned out. Or maybe you're only going to do one of them. But again, you're going to have a major call to action at the end of that party with an action for them to get with you to either do a full year plan or to get one of their vacations planned. But that will be sort of the structure of the party. Okay. Last step is to host it, to get her done, right? You're going to host the party. You are going to show up in all of your high energy amazingness, and you're going to host the party, and you are going to have an amazing time with these people, and let them know that you are here for them as their service provider in travel, right? And that you are the person that they should come to when they want to have fun and they want to think about having fun with their friends and family, right? On vacation, right? Because you can make those dreams happen. That's what your job is, right? That's why I love what we do, because we need to do fun things, right? And we really are the thing, the person that when someone comes to us, they should think immediate relaxation, because they don't have to worry about all the nuances that make an amazing trip happen. That's your job, right? All right, so the tip for you during the host that I want you to do is either, and I'm actually going to sort of take this tip a little bit different. I wrote down a tip that I want you to take notes, but you may be actually busy during it that you can't take notes. So you want to record it, even if it's live. So if you're doing a live event, I want you to get a tripod, get your phone, get somebody to record the event for you so that you can watch it later and take any notes. Because what you really want to be able to do is take heed of the people and what they're saying during it, right? Like, because you're going to hear people say, oh, I would love to go to X place, right? I would love to do X thing. I would love, and you want to be able to sort of create a catalog of the interaction that you've had with the people who attended, right? So if Sally says, she must have said it 15 times that she would love to go to Africa, and maybe Africa is not your specialty, maybe you want it to become your specialty to book this trip, right? Because an Africa trip, right, the commission on that's probably going to be pretty good. And maybe that's something you may want to be interested in. And now that you've got a customer who is expressing interest in that, that may be something that you want to gain knowledge in, right? So really, I want you not to lose those precious moments and that precious information, because at the conclusion of the event, I want you to go through the video and make sure that you've got, Sally wanted Africa, Jane wanted, Jamaica, right? And she wanted to go on this place. Because what are you going to do? You're going to follow up at the conclusion of this. And the more customized that you can follow up with the customers that attended, the more likely you are to get that business, right? So hopefully this is all making sense to you guys. April, great. I'm glad. I always love to get, the feedback during the course to make sure that it's making sense. So again, record it. Do not skip this step. Do not think that this is lighting. If you're doing it virtually, all of the software that you do. I use Zoom for my sort of interactive meetings. I would host a meeting. I would invite people there. I would record the meeting. Zoom is a really great tool. The paid version, and you would need to get the paid version, I think it's $15 a month if you wanted to do a webinar, a meeting where you host and you invite, because you can open up the room and everybody can talk, and you can be in there, you can record it, you can actually create breakout rooms. It's really an amazing tool. So any sort of meeting tool, that would be a great thing if you're going to do it virtually. You could do it Facebook Live. The only thing about Facebook Live is that it's only interactive through written. It's not interactive like an actual meeting. So I would recommend like a meeting type of tool if you're going to do it in virtually. Obviously, if you're doing it in person, you're going to all be there together. So that's going to be okay. Just don't forget to record it. I love Zoom too. Zoom, I love Zoom and I hate Zoom. My love-hate relationship with Zoom is as follows. Zoom eats up every amount of physical resource memory on your computer, so you can do nothing else when you are on Zoom. So it could be a reflection of the fact that I need a new computer, or it could just be that Zoom just literally eats up all your memory, and it moves very slowly when you're trying to get other things done. But okay, so that's my tip on hosting the party. Make sure to record it so that you can go back and get all the juicy nuggets about who liked what. So when you send out your follow-up emails on the event, you can send out custom emails, because if you have 10 or 15 people, I wouldn't send out a generic email. I would send out a very specific email to each individual 15 persons, because I would have captured information about those 15 people based on what we did during the course of those 2 hours that would make them a good candidate to schedule a vacation session with me, or have them do a booking request to book out whatever it is that was on their vision board party. All right. Okay, so we've gone over the steps, right? Steps are pretty easy. So let's go pretty quickly on kind of the flow. So I sort of alluded to the flow, which is, the first thing is you want to have introductions and instructions, right? So you want to set the stage for your travel related visual board party when you get ready to conduct it, right? So on the day of the vision board party, set 5 to 10 minutes around for introductions so people can meet each other, and then you just give them the instructions on how you're going to flow the meeting party. It's a meeting, but it really is a party, right? So you want to give them the instructions on how you're going to do that, right? Write them out so that you don't forget whatever it is that you're going to do. But again, I recommend introductions at the beginning. The second part is to allow people time to create, let the creative juices flow, so that they can give them about 20 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes to do that, right? So that gets you at about 40 minutes right there. Tip for you during this creative process is to give them prompts, right? So maybe have 5 prompts to get people's brains thinking, right? Like, for example, what are the top 3 places you've always wanted to go that you've never been before, right? What are the top 5 places that you've been before, or top 3? I always do everything in odd numbers, but do the top 5 places that you've been before but you didn't really get to explore and you want to go again, right? Give them prompts so that their creative juices can be flowing. Again, remembering the theme, make sure your prompts are in relationship to your themes, because again, you've already sent them some preceding material to help them during this process. All right, and then in your conclusion phase of your party, you want to remind them to take action. You want to make sure that you have a very clear, defined action step that you want your customers to take after this party. It's great to get them to come together and have a kumbaya feeling, but if you don't have them taking action, people won't do it. But people will do what you tell them to do. So give them something to do, which is to book a consultation with you, right? It's to book, or maybe you have a form, right? And it's to do a custom booking, right? You've heard Sally say that she wants to go to Africa. Your recommendation to Sally when you send her the follow-up email, right? And even at the conclusion of this is, Sally, click on my custom booking form and make the request for Africa. Who do you want to take? When do you want to go? Let's get that on paper, right? You want them to be very specific about doing the next step, right? So do not forget this conclusion. It's not just, and particularly when you're live, and particularly if you have wine or drinks like that, right? Because all my live events, I always have some sort of spirits, right? I always got to remind myself to do that action, right? Because, I'm flowing and I'm, sipping on my wine or whatever I'm sipping on, right? But again, this is a purpose-driven. This is an event that has a purpose and an objective in it driven. Do not forget this last step, okay? All right, so what did you guys think? That's it. You're done. You've hosted the party. You've gotten some great leads out of this party, and hopefully you've got some people who are ready to book Awesome, April. Good. I would love it. Are you thinking about doing a live one, or are you thinking about doing a virtual one? You said you love Zoom, so you're certainly prepared to do a virtual one. Zoom is really pretty inexpensive and is really a good, powerful tool. I actually use the additional thing for webinars, because then I can host my master classes and that kind of stuff on it. But the meeting part of Zoom is very easy to use. You can schedule it. You can even do a landing page and a sign-up page, require people to do registration through the page. And it can, I think you can do that through, that may be on the webinar side. It may not be on the meeting side. So what I just said is on the webinar side. But if you have Constant Contact, which is, the email provider that I recommend, you can do a quick sign up form for your vision board party, and that's how you can get emails added to your list pretty easily. So there's just no reason why you shouldn't be doing this. This is a great opportunity for you to get multiple people together talking about travel, talking about what it is that you specialize, who are likely to book with you based on that specialty. So I love it. So let's see what else, other comments we've got coming on. Oh goodness, I'm missing a lot. Oh, good. I'm glad you liked it, April. She says that it's very good information and very easy. Virtual on Zoom, perfect. Yeah, Kaya, this is a very easy thing to do on Zoom. I definitely think if you want to reach as many people as you can, cut your expenses, and you don't have to find a location, you don't have to have food and all that. Doing a virtual event, I think, is a great opportunity. And I think as travel agents, I think we, in the online space, this industry really has huge opportunity to leverage online tools in a greater capacity than I see travel agents do. So I would love to see you guys do that. Awesome. Great. Stephanie says she loves the idea of doing a live party. I love a party. So doing live events, I don't do nearly as much live events as I would like to. 2009, I intend to do at least one major live event, but live events, so the flip side of that is we do everything online, right? And we forget that we are dealing with humans. So actually getting out into your community and doing something that you host live is a great way for you to get local business as well. Because then if it's a live event, then you can go locally in your community and market for the event as well, right? So great opportunity. I think live or virtual is great. Okay, so April, if you have the version where you can share it live on Facebook, that is the webinar version. I think you pay an extra $60 a month, for that version, and you can share it on Facebook. But again, so here's how the only problem with the webinar version is it's like this, right? So you don't get to interact with the people as if you were in a meeting. So that's kind of the thing that I don't like. I think that for this type of event, you want to interact with the people. You want them off a speaker, you unmuted and talking once you've done the instructions. And you want people talking to each other, interacting, because it's like a party, right? So you would do that. So, the webinar is a one-way street, just like lives with Facebook are one-way, right? So I am broadcasting, you only get to talk to me via the word unless I bring you on to live, and that's all cumbersome. Nobody's got time to be doing that during your vision board party. So that's the reason why I would structure it as a meeting as opposed to structuring it as a webinar or a live event. Now, if you want to let people know about it, you could broadcast it. I don't think you can do that on Zoom. You can't have a meeting and then broadcast the meeting. You can only broadcast the webinar. So that's the thing. You could, have, a camera set up and stream your virtual events live. Like you could, I've got a camera recording my video right here, but you could have that be live. I mean, there's all sorts of kind of crazy things that you can do to make this happen. Yes, the free version does cut you off at 45 minutes, but I will say this, Z, I would invest the $15 for Zoom. If this is something that you want to do it for a month and then, cut your subscription off. Like, you can do that with Zoom because you want the interaction. Like, you do not want to miss, because really this is about you. The delay in a live, right? It takes a couple of minutes or seconds for me to see what you write. The moment has passed, and you want people talking in this party, right? So that's why I'm saying you want a meeting type of space that you can do. Go-to meeting, something like that allows you to have an interactive session. Yeah, talking live is good, but for this type of event, again, interactive is what you really want. You want the interactive. You want people vying off of each other and hearing people's ideas about where they want to go and what they want to do and if they've ever been there, or you want it to be a conversation, just like when you're in a party. So again, I want you to think about this. This is an attention purposeful party that you have the intention for, but you want it to be a party, right? You don't want people not talking in a party, right? I don't want to be just talking in this party. Sundey would not want to be the only one speaking in this party. I would be egging you on, Z, in this meeting to talk to me in the party. I would not want you to be in your car in this party. I want everybody present in the party doing what I asked them to do to participate in the party, right? So that's the difference. Live is not really interactive. It's more one-way communication. You get to see me, you get to talk to me, but still not the same thing as actually doing a meeting. Perfect. All right, good. Okay, so what is your next step? So I've kept you for almost an hour, and I'm going to skedaddle. Next step is, hey, this is one of 2 great travel-related professional opportunities for you guys this month. Like I mentioned, there is Plan Your Time Off Day on the 28th of January, which is, I don't remember if that's a Tuesday, Wednesday, I don't remember what day it is, but that is a day where, there's an organization that, submitted this holiday. 58% of Americans do not take their vacation. 58, I think it's 58 or 56% of Americans leave vacation on the table, right? And as travel professionals, we have a huge opportunity to impact that number by helping people plan their time off. So in looking at that statistic, what I discovered is you as a professional may not even think of yourself as the person who would do that, right? So I've created a course, and I'm hosting that course on Saturday, and it's called How to Help Your Clients Plan Their Time Off, where in this course, I'm going to teach you how you can conduct this service, how you can offer this service to your clients, and I'm also going to give you some marketing information, right? So I'm going to give you a blog post. I'm going to give you a planner that you can give to your clients before the time, how you walk through the planner during the item. You can offer the service for free, or you can offer it for paid, right? Great opportunity for you. I think it's a great stranger offer. However, you can also offer it for paid, right? Charge a fee for this service to plan out their year and schedule out all of their vacations for the year, right? Entirely up to you, but I think it's a great opportunity for you as a professional to add a new service that may not be travel niche specific, but certainly is value specific. I love when I do that sort of football, but it's value specific, right? And you can let your clients know, hey, I'm here for you. Are you one of those Americans who are leaving vacation on the table? This is not something that they've got to figure out. It's already given to them. If they're in the workforce and they get vacation and they're not taking it, that's missed opportunity for them. Studies show, and in this course, we're going to talk about the numbers, but studies show that people who take vacation and plan for vacation are more likely to take vacation, right? And you should position yourself as a travel agent to help them maneuver that and make sure that they're taking the time off. That's already a benefit for them. So it's not like you've got to convince somebody to plan vacation or find the time to take vacation. If they're working, they already most likely have paid vacation days off, but most Americans, most people wait till the last minute to plan, or they don't at all. And so this masterclass is really geared towards you as the professional to position yourself as the expert to offer this service as a part of your agency for free or for fee, depending on how you want to do that. But I'm going to have it structured so you can create the service, deliver the service, and then market the service to your customer base. Okay, that course is going down on Saturday at 11 a.m. It's $47. You're going to get a lot of information in that course. You're also going to get access to, that is going to be a live course where it is actually going to be hosted on Zoom. So if you do want to ask questions, you'll be able to ask questions live to me. If you're not able to make that course, you'll be able to get the replay, and you can always send me an email if you have questions on that. You'll also get you'll get access to marketing material and also the planner to give to your clients and use. And I actually have already demoed it out to a couple of clients. I've used it myself for planning this year's vacation, and thus far I've gotten some really great feedback on the planner. So I think that you guys will love it. The link to register for that is up above. Again, it's $47. Once the class happens, it goes up to $97. So I think this is obviously the time for you to get in on it now, and then also get the benefit of having me live if you have any questions in the setup of that. Okay, I'm also going to throw in, yes, sign up April, click on the link above. So there is a link to the registration right above below the title. And so all you have to do is click on that, register for that, and you're in there like swimwear. So I say that because I had a friend who told me that 10 years ago, and I just still love that saying. All right, so I hope to see you on Saturday. That is your call to action. If you have any questions on, okay, so Z, you've got government employees, convincing them to vacation. But the thing about being a government employee is that they get vacation time, right? So they get vacation time. I mean, if anything about working for the government is you get vacation. You get a lot of vacation. You get a lot of time off. You know, and I'm not even just talking about vacation time. They get a lot of PTO time, right? They get all the government holidays off. They get all these things off, right? You know, I know right now if your friends are government employees and they're being furloughed right now because of what's going on in America with Trump, it may be a difficult time for people to want to think about planning vacation, right? But getting the knowledge now, and then as soon as this is over, you know, suggesting that to them in the upcoming months is still something that you can do. So I obviously want to be sensitive. I don't recommend, if you're, you know, a lot of the people that you know are government employees who are not getting paid right now, that you start talking about planning their vacation. That's probably not good timing on your part. But, you know, having the service year round, even though the day is on the 28th, having the service available is still a great idea, and it's a great service to have and offer in your business. Okay, so registration is there. Yeah, not now with the shutdown. Would not recommend this, but learn the information now, get it all set up so that you, as soon as the shutdown is over, you can start to promote it out to your customer base. All right, and so for those who sign up today, only today, and even if you see this in the replay and you see it tomorrow, it won't be available to you. But if you sign up today, I will give you my 12-month marketing inspiration calendar as a bonus for free for signing up for the class today. So that's only available for those who sign up today. If you are part of Travel Agents United, T and Z, the class comes to you for free. That's part of your membership. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about signing up. But if you are not a part of TAU membership, do sign up, and I will give you the 12-month inspiration calendar as soon as it's off the presses next week for free. And that is a 12-month planner full of all of the calendar ideas and space for you to plan for your entire 12 months of marketing ideas. All right, so this is Sundey over and out. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we will talk soon. Bye.